The galaxy was loud. Every race spoke with pride. Every empire showed its power. Every council meeting was filled with strong voices and sharp words. Humanity did none of that. They stood in silence. The Galactic Council chamber was massive. It floated above a blue star. Its walls were made of crystal metal. Light moved like water across the ceiling. Dozens of alien races were present. Some were tall. Some were armored. Some looked like living machines. All of them believed they ruled the stars. At the center stood the human envoy. He was small compared to the others. He wore a simple dark uniform. No weapons were visible. No guard stood behind him. The council noticed this. A tall reptilian lord spoke first. Its voice echoed across the chamber. It said humanity was weak. It said humans survived only because stronger races allowed it. It said Earth had no place in galactic power talks. Laughter spread across the chamber. Another council member joined in. This one was made of stone and fire. It said humans were emotional. It said humans acted without logic. It said humans could not be trusted with advanced space routes. More laughter followed. The human envoy did not move. He did not speak. He did not show anger. The council saw this as fear. A flying insect race spoke next. It mocked human ships. It mocked human weapons. It mocked human colonies at the edge of space. The council agreed. Humanity had small fleets. Humanity avoided conflict. Humanity always chose talks over war. To the galaxy, this meant one thing. Humans were harmless. The council leader finally spoke. It was ancient and powerful. Its voice was calm and cold. It announced a new ruling. Human space would be limited. Human trade routes would be monitored. Human expansion would require council approval. This was control. Still, the human envoy said nothing. Inside his mind, he remembered history. He remembered Earth wars. He remembered near extinction. He remembered the choice humanity made. Never again. Long ago, humans had learned something important. Power without control destroyed everything. So humanity locked its strongest weapons away. They hid their true fleets. They erased records. They became quiet, not because they were weak, because they were afraid of themselves. The council did not know this. The council believed silence meant surrender. The leader dismissed the human envoy. It declared the meeting over. Guards moved aside. The human envoy turned to leave. Then he stopped. The entire chamber watched him. Slowly he turned back. He looked at the council. His voice was calm. His words were clear. He spoke one sentence. Humanity hopes the galaxy never forces him to respond. The chamber fell silent for a moment. Then laughter returned. The reptilian lord laughed the loudest. It said humans could barely defend the station. It said threats meant nothing without strength. The human envoy did not reply. He left the chamber. As the doors closed, the council forgot about him. But far away, something changed. Deep beneath Earth's surface, ancient doors opened. Lights turned on after centuries of darkness. Systems woke from long sleep. In hidden shipyards, massive frames waited. They were covered in dust. They were untouched by time. Artificial minds came online. They scanned the galaxy. They detected increased threats. A signal was sent. Human leadership gathered in silence. No shouting. No debate. They watched the same footage. A human colony burning. Civilian ships destroyed. No council response. This was a first push. Human leaders knew what it meant. The galaxy had mistaken mercy for weakness. The locks remained closed for now, but warning lights flashed. Humanity was still holding back. For how long, nobody knew. Far across space, alien fleets moved closer to human borders. They believed they were safe. They believed humans would do nothing. They were about to discover the truth, because silence was not fear. Silence was control, and control was about to end. The first attack came without warning. Human space was quiet. Trade ships moved slowly. Civilian stations glowed like small stars. Then the sky burned. An alien battle fleet entered human territory. Its ships were large. Its weapons were active. No message was sent. A mining colony was hit first. Energy beams tore through metal. Defense systems failed instantly. Thousands of humans died. The attackers did not stop. They moved deeper. They destroyed communication towers. They erased orbital cities. Human response did not come. The galaxy noticed this. Galactic news networks spread the story. They showed burning human worlds. They showed silent human fleets. Experts spoke with confidence. They said humans could not fight back. They said humanity had no real defenses. They said this was proof of weakness. The Galactic Council met again. This time the mood was proud. The reptilian lord spoke with satisfaction. It said order was being restored. It said human expansion had ended. The council leader agreed. It declared the attacks necessary. It said balance must be enforced. No one questioned the loss of life. To them, humans were numbers, not equals. Back on Earth, the human leaders watched the destruction. Screens showed flames and broken cities. Children running. Families lost. Still no order was given. The galaxy misunderstood the silence. They thought humans were afraid. But inside human command, something else was happening. Data flowed into deep servers. Every attack was recorded. Every weapon was analyzed. Every tactic was learned. Artificial minds worked in perfect calm. They ran millions of battle paths. They calculated outcomes. The results were clear. Humanity could end the war in hours. But at a cost. Human leaders stood in a circle. No one spoke at first. One voice finally broke the silence. It said humanity had promised restraint. It said power once destroyed Earth. Another voice answered. It said restraint only worked if others respected it. Silence returned. Then another attack came. A refugee convoy was destroyed. Unarmed ships were cut apart. No survivors were found. Something changed. Human command issued a quiet order. All hidden fleets were to prepare. All vaults were to unlock Phase 1. No weapons were to fire. The galaxy did not notice this. Alien fleets continued forward. They met no resistance. They grew bolder. One fleet entered a human core system. It aimed weapons at Earth defenses. That was when they detected something strange. Human ships appeared. They were few. They were small. They carried no visible weapons. The alien commander laughed. He ordered his fleet to fire. Nothing happened. Human ships did not move. They did not dodge. They did not retreat. Instead, space around the alien fleet shifted. Sensors failed. Target locks vanished. Power systems shut down. Alien ships went dark. They drifted helpless. No explosions followed. No deaths occurred. The human ship spoke. Their message was simple. Leave human space now. The alien commander panicked. He demanded answers. He demanded surrender. The human ships did not reply. Instead, the alien fleet was pushed out, not destroyed. Removed. They were sent back across the border. The galaxy froze. News spread fast. An entire fleet disabled without a fight. No casualties. No weapons seen. The council called an emergency meeting. Fear entered their voices. They asked what humans had used. They demanded explanations. Humanity sent one message. It said this was restraint. The council did not understand. Some laughed again. They said it was luck. They said humans had used tricks. So they pushed harder. A larger force was assembled. This time planet killers were included. They crossed into human space. And this time humanity did not send warnings. Deep in space, ancient engines ignited. Ships larger than cities woke from sleep. Human fleets began to move. Slowly, silently. The galaxy watched in disbelief. What they saw did not match their records. These ships were not new. They were ancient, designed long before the Council existed. Humanity had not been weak. Humanity had been waiting. And now the galaxy had made its second mistake. Because the next human response would not be restraint. It would be a lesson. And the galaxy was not ready to learn it. The galaxy watched the human fleets move. They moved slowly. They moved in perfect order. They did not rush. Alien observers felt uneasy. These ships were not aggressive. They were calm. That calm was frightening. Galactic sensors tried to scan them. The scans failed. Data returned incomplete. Ship sizes could not be measured. The council demanded answers. Records were searched. Archives were opened. Old data was reviewed. Nothing matched. Human fleets should not exist at this scale. Human technology should not be this advanced. Confusion spread. On Earth, the truth was known. Long before humanity met the galaxy, they faced extinction. Earth wars nearly ended their species. Weapons grew faster than wisdom. Humanity learned a hard lesson. Survival required control. So they made a choice. They locked away their strongest creations. They buried fleets in deep space. They erased themselves from galactic threat lists. They chose silence, not weakness. Control. The hidden fleets were not built for conquest. They were built for stopping wars. They were designed to end fights quickly, with minimum loss. Human commanders now stood aboard these ships. Many had never seen them before. Even they were kept in the dark. Artificial minds guided everything. Human crews trusted them. The alien armada moved forward. Thousands of ships. Weapons charged. They expected battle. Instead, they felt fear. Human ships did not attack. They surrounded. Space folded slightly. Distances changed. Alien formations broke apart. Orders were shouted. Signals failed. Then the human message arrived. It was sent to every alien ship. It said stop. It said turn back. It said this was a last warning. Some alien commanders hesitated. Others laughed. One fired. The shot never reached its target. It vanished. Alien weapons stopped working. Engines shut down. Life support dimmed. Panic spread. Human ships moved closer. Still no weapons fired. Alien commanders screamed for surrender. They asked for mercy. Human response was calm. Humanity did not want revenge. Humanity wanted distance. The armada was disabled. Every ship frozen in space. No explosions followed. The galaxy stared in silence. The council was terrified. They realized their mistake too late. They had pushed a species that hid its power. They had mocked restraint. Human leaders watched the results. They saw fear across alien channels. Still they waited, because this was not the final step. Deep in another vault, a final system waited, locked behind human law. This system was never meant to activate. It was called the end limit. It existed only if all restraint failed. Alien leadership did not know this. They only saw their fleets helpless. Some begged for peace. Others planned betrayal. One council member ordered a secret strike. A hidden weapon was launched. It targeted Earth. Human sensors detected it instantly. Artificial minds reacted. The end limit woke. Human leaders felt the weight of the moment. They knew what it meant. Humanity was being forced again. The choice was clear. Restraint had failed. Control required action. Human fleets changed formation. Energy patterns shifted. Alien sensors screamed warnings. This time weapons powered up. Not planet killers. Fleet erasers. The galaxy held its breath, because the next human move would define history. And the council finally understood. Humanity had never been weak. Humanity had been patient. And patience was ending. The first strike lasted 3 minutes. That was all. Human fleets did not roar forward. They did not chase. They did not rage. They acted with calm precision. Energy fields expanded from human ships. They did not burn planets. They did not crack moons. They erased fleets. Alien ships vanished from space. Not destroyed by fire. Not torn apart. They simply stopped existing. Entire armadas were gone. Galactic sensors went blind. Communication networks collapsed. Star maps updated with empty space. The galaxy froze. For the first time in its history, the Council had no words. Surviving alien commanders retreated in panic. Orders were ignored. Formations broke. Human fleets did not follow. They stayed where they were, watching. The Galactic Council emergency channel opened. Faces filled the screen. Fear was clear. The reptilian lord spoke again. Its voice shook. It asked what humanity wanted. It asked why fleets were erased. The human reply came instantly. It said this was not punishment. It said this was correction. It said the galaxy had crossed a line. The Council demanded negotiations. They demanded ceasefire. Humanity agreed. Human fleets powered down weapons. But they did not leave. They surrounded key systems. They blocked all major routes. The galaxy was trapped. Small species watched in disbelief. They had suffered under council rule for centuries. Now the rulers were afraid. Human ships appeared above council worlds, not attacking, waiting. The message was clear. Control had shifted. The council leader spoke privately to human command. It asked how long humanity had hidden this power. The human answer was simple: as long as needed. Council archives were open to humans. Secrets were exposed. Crimes revealed. Humanity learned the truth. The council had maintained peace through fear. They allowed wars when it benefited them. They crushed weaker races. Human leaders felt anger, but they held it back because anger destroyed worlds. Humanity did not come to rule. They came to stop the cycle. Human fleets began targeted actions. Council war factories were shut down. Slave systems were freed. No civilian worlds were harmed. The galaxy watched in shock. This was not conquest. This was order. Alien populations began to whisper. Some celebrated. Some feared humanity more than the council. Human command addressed the galaxy. The message was broadcast everywhere. It said humanity would not rule. It said humanity would not conquer. It said humanity would enforce limits. No species would dominate another. No council would stand above life. The council leader refused. It attempted escape. Human fleets intercepted instantly. The leader was captured alive. The galaxy gasped. No council leader had ever fallen. The human commander spoke to the captive. He said power without restraint ended now. The captive asked what punishment awaited. The human answered with silence. Then action. The council structure was dismantled, its fleets removed, its authority erased. A new system began. Humanity did not sit at the top. They stood apart, watching, guarding, enforcing balance. The galaxy struggled to accept this. Some resisted. They were stopped, not destroyed. Stopped. The message was clear. Cross the line and be erased. Stay within limits and live free. Fear slowly turned to respect, then to understanding. The galaxy realized something painful. Humanity had always been capable of this. They chose not to, until forced. Human fleets remained in place, silent again. But this silence was different. It was heavy. It was final, because now everyone knew the truth. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was not harmless. Humanity was the line, and the galaxy would never cross it again. But one question remained. What would humanity do next? The answer would decide the future of all species. And that answer was coming. The galaxy did not calm down. Fear does not vanish quickly. Some empires accepted the new order. Others planned revenge. In hidden systems, fleets gathered. Old weapons were activated. Ancient hatred returned. They believed humanity would not go further. They were wrong. Human sensors detected everything. No movement went unseen. No signal was missed. Artificial minds warned human command. Multiple threats confirmed. Human leaders stood together again. Their faces were tired. Their voices were steady. They understood the truth. Peace could not survive half restraint. Humanity activated the final protocol. This time no warnings were sent. Human fleets moved across the galaxy. Not fast, not loud. Certain systems went dark. Shipyards vanished. Weapon worlds were erased. Not planets, only fleets. Rebel armadas disappeared in seconds. No survivors to spread lies. The galaxy felt the weight of it. This was not mercy. This was enforcement. The council remnants tried to speak. They begged. They promised obedience. Humanity did not answer. Instead, a broadcast was sent. Every screen lit up. The message was short. Humanity will protect peace. Humanity will destroy threats. No empire will rise above others. The tone was calm. That was what terrified everyone. A powerful empire attempted one last strike. They launched a planet breaker. It targeted a human colony. The weapon never arrived. Space folded. The launcher vanished. The Empire capital was surrounded. Human fleets did not fire. They waited. The Empire surrendered. Across the galaxy, flags were lowered. Weapons powered down. The wars ended. Small species finally breathed freely. Trade returned. Borders stabilized. Humanity had not taken control. They had removed the option of domination. The galaxy adjusted slowly. Some hated humanity. Some worshipped them. Most respected them. Human fleets returned to silent watch. They remained visible this time. No more hiding. The message was clear. Humanity would never rule, but they would never allow tyranny again. The stars felt different, quieter, safer, yet one truth echoed everywhere. The galaxy would never forget this day. The day humanity stopped holding back. The day the balance of power ended forever. But the story was not over, because Guardians must choose their future, and humanity was about to make its final decision. Humanity did not destroy the galaxy. They changed it. The Council was gone. Its fleets were erased. Its authority was no more. Alien empires looked at humanity in awe. Some feared them. Some celebrated quietly. Human fleets remained above the Council worlds, not to attack, not to rule, to guard. They acted as watchers. The galaxy began to understand. Power without control had destroyed many civilizations before. Humanity would never repeat that mistake. They had waited. They had endured. They had acted only when forced. Now the galaxy knew the truth. Humanity was never weak. Humanity was patient. They were silent for centuries. Not because they were afraid. Because they were wise. The Council worlds were dismantled. Technology was shared with small species. The oppressed were freed. Human fleets remained, above all major systems, above all border planets. They did not fire. They did not interfere. They only watched. The galaxy learned something new. Peace could be maintained without tyranny. A balance existed, and humanity enforced it. Alien rulers were stripped of power. Some tried to fight. They vanished. Some tried to hide. They were found. Some surrendered willingly. They were spared. No civilian worlds were harmed. No innocent life was lost. Humanity chose control with mercy, and that was the most terrifying power of all. For the first time, the galaxy understood silence. Silence was not fear. Silence was patience. Silence was power. The small races whispered stories of the humans. They spoke of ships that erased entire fleets without firing. They spoke of leaders who punished only the guilty. They spoke of a species that chose restraint over dominance. Humanity did not boast. They did not celebrate. They did not demand gratitude. They only waited for threats to rise again, for order to be broken, for the next challenge, because the galaxy would always test limits, and humanity would always respond. The stars felt different now. They were quiet, but the silence was heavy, full of knowledge, full of warning. The galaxy could never underestimate humans again. The galaxy had made its biggest mistake. It thought silence meant weakness. It thought patience meant surrender. It was wrong, and it had paid the price. Humanity had never been harmless. Humanity had never been weak. Humanity had never surrendered, and now it would always watch, guarding the balance, protecting the innocent, stopping the reckless. And the galaxy understood one final truth. The humans had been waiting. The humans had been ready. The humans had always been in control. And the galaxy would never forget the lesson. Never again.